Live, Rich.
I'm live. How everybody doing today?
Yes, sir.
Live with Rich Jones, 810 News Media Group. Flint Weekend Review. And what a weekend review it was. Worldwide news being made from this Flint School Board. That's a mess. That's a mess. And I'm gonna start there because that's a mess. That's a mess. And from what I'm hearing, Danielle Green needs to be kicked off to the school. And if Laura McIntosh touched on her nose, she needs to be suspended. I'm going to cut straight to the chase. The reason why I'm saying that Danielle Green should be kicked off the board and is only because of her actions. The actions that she took, as far as I know, because I went nowhere near the scene, nowhere near. But from the stories I heard, she
Rich,
walked across the room.
Rich, can I ask you a
Yes, sir.
question? Can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Okay, if you ain't all the way for sure, why you just you make an assumption off what you didn't heard?
I'm making an assumption because everybody that I talked to told me that Danielle Green walked across the room.
Well, won't you let all the facts come out before you just jump to an assumption?
Well, I will, but if that's the case, well, I'm gonna put it like this: if that's the case, if she did walk across the room,
Allegedly.
and then we all know that it was a physical altercation between the two. Am I correct?
No, we all don't know. We just know we just getting speculation. That's what you
The definitely speculation that's out is that there was a physical altercation between Danielle Green and Laura McIntyre.
I mean,
and
but you got to get
some
off.
more and some more stuff going on between that. And also in doing the speculation, because once again I was nowhere near, but I only had a whole bunch of conversations for our people that's starting the conversation. And being that is news, that's something that But this is another one that I'm saying that I'm hearing, Mick. That Laura McIntyre touched her nose, and if she did touch her nose, for that reason, I think she should be suspended. And the reason why I'm saying that Danielle Green will also be kicked off the board is because she walked across the room, and even though she may have been ticked off by being touched, that still was a whole lot of aggression. None of that stuff would have happened if she wouldn't have went across the room.
Yeah, brother, but you sure came in with your little weekend review with madness. You just jump right to some BS. I'm just telling you.
No, I'm just
but Rich, you didn't even let an investigation be did. You jumped right on there. That's what I'm kind of glad I'm glad the sister ain't come on here, for you wouldn't have her caught up in no BS that you just jumped on. That's what I'm saying.
I know. Hold on for 1 second. Hold on. Man, hey, I just sent you a text. I'm doing a podcast right now. I just sent you a text. I'll call you back. I'll call you back. I just sent you a text telling you I'm doing a podcast till 8. All right. I'll call you back.
Yeah, brother, I wish you would have just waited until all that.
I know, but
I don't know why you just.
But I'm waiting to see. But from everything that I'm hearing from everybody that I have spoke to on all sides of the table is that there was space between the two before they was close enough to touch. So that's the reason why I'm making my accusations and saying what I'm saying. And but if they don't, it definitely something happened to where she's suspended off of the, or she's suspended from the school board. It definitely something happened for her to be suspended from the school board. They don't just suspend you from the school board for nothing.
Well, both should be suspended if you're gonna do something. You don't reward one.
I also said, Lord, if Lord touched her nose, Lord should be suspended.
No, anytime it's something like that, Rich, both of them should be suspended until we get down to what's going on. Because all you doing is getting speculation.
Mick. Let me cut you off. I don't mean cut you off, but I gotta cut you off because you are correct. They both right now. They both should be suspended until the investigation is over with. And if the investigation is found that Danielle Green walked across to where Lord was and the physical stuff happened, then she should be kicked off. And that's only because she walked across the room and everything else happened. If she wouldn't have walked across the room, if it's proven that, but you never know. Maybe whatever drew her across the room could have been big enough to offset that. So you're right. But if that reason ain't big enough to offset that, then she should be kicked off the board. But at the end of the day, I just hope that they can all come down and have an agreement to where nobody get kicked off the board, and then they can continue to try to bring the Flint Public Schools back to life, because right now they're dead. So that's how I am on that issue, and it is a touchy issue, and it is worldwide news. It's worldwide news. The president's boyfriend defends his girlfriend. So, and then it's all in the article, and then it's videos out where people making allegations and talking and all of that. So it's a lot of stuff that what I just said is just from all of the information that I've been reading talking to people.
No information that the news put out there that could have been slanted, that you didn't get, could be slanted. That's why people say wait till you just go running when you hear something like what you just did. You should have waited till a week till you got everything out and not just going on, because you can have people who don't like art and just trying to throw her up under the bus, but you ain't taking that into consideration. See, that's my thing. I don't want her.
Yeah, you're right, but that's why.
That's what I'm trying to tell
I'm listening.
You. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you, is that I don't want it to be because people is mad with him. So now they're going to take advantage. They can go at her. That's what I'm saying. And that's what it seemed like.
And it shouldn't be. And it shouldn't be that way. And to be honest, he should try to get out of that. He should try to get out of that too, as fast as he can. And let them ladies sit down and talk and hash that out, because they are all our members of the school board, and they need to get in the closed room section. Maybe have the superintendent or something to supervise the meeting, but they need to get together and hash that out amongst themselves. He needs to get out of that.
Brother, how you know he in it? There you go again speculating.
Because he's the one broadcasting it. He's brought what I'm saying by it. He's broadcasting it. If whatever going on, that needs to be settled by the school board. And then once that, and I'm hoping that even no matter who's in it, that all of that can be resolved quickly and peacefully.
It's never going to be resolved when you come right on. She need to be fired without letting the police. What if they do an investigation and they find it was no cause? Will you come right back
then
on
she
and
should,
say, no, hear me
out.
Would you come back and say I was wrong for what I said and jumping the gun? Could you come back on, do it live and say you was wrong for jumping the gun?
I already cleared that up, that I would say that, and I already said that. I said now is a legend, and that you was right. I also said that you was right, and that they should both be suspended until the investigation. And I said if the investigation comes out to say that Danielle Green walked across the room
Why do you?
And we all know that the physical altercation happened, and
I
then
don't
and then
know.
all of the
I
the
don't
other
know.
stuff happened.
No, I don't know. You
Well,
saying that we know? I don't know.
I'm 2,000% sure that some kind of physical altercation happened. Who won or who did what?
What the
I
when?
don't know, but
What
a
when?
physical altercation happened between those two.
Rich, do you see how you wording it, man? Your wording is very is very condescending, man. I'm just being real. Maybe you listen to me, brother. Listen
I'm
to me.
just
No,
being
no, no.
honest, man.
Just listen to me, brother. Maybe you didn't need to fuck with this because it seemed like you got a little hate for art in you, brother. I'm just telling
I
you.
don't have no hate. I don't have no hate, and like I don't have no hate at all. And I hate this. I hate this is even a subject.
But check this out. If you don't bring it up, it could have died down. But nobody gonna say
Is a
nothing
part
about
of
it. It's,
is a part of Flint. Is a part of the Flint. It what happened in Flint this week. It happened in Flint. It's a subject.
but see the thing, but it's really a distraction because you're not talking about how the kids could be helped. See, we talking about people act like ain't
Oh, okay.
nobody.
Now
Hold
we
on,
can
Rich.
get this.
People act like ain't nobody never had a dust up before and shit. People done
We,
fought on jobs before, man. This new era where everything is the new television, everybody because of the technology, everybody going saying what happened, man. If you man, listen, this ain't the first time it's been in dust up on the job, man. If they could just sit down, if you quit getting people from both sides, if them two could sit down and get that, this could easily be worked out. But it's not going to be worked out as long as we keep doing the same thing, man. It's like to me, it's like you don't,
they need to
I
sit
can't
down in
make
the
you
room.
see it.
They need to sit down in the room. You're right. They need, and like I said, maybe bring in a superintendent or somebody, but they need to hash that among themselves and go on because both sides agree that we need new schools. The whole city know. Anybody that been in Flint, inside any school in Flint know it needs to be revamped. So it's no secret about that. But they need to come to. I mean, I understand both sides of the story because one side wants to accept the current situation as far as to get the new schools built, but the other side don't.
Answer
And
this
I
question.
feel that
Answer this question for me. Wasn't
mhm,
wasn't the board? What wasn't the board? Didn't want to do business with the Mott Foundation last time?
that was a hold that been a hold up forever. And but Mick, this is what's tickling me. This is what's tickling me, Mick. They said that they was having those meetings. Remember when they was having those meetings talking about the school board had money and everything? So if I'm right, if I have been given good information, because remember anything that I say about the school board is informative to me. I am not a person that be in all of the Zoom meetings that they have. I am not a person that can say they be attending all of the school
Oh,
board meetings and
then ain't
everything.
no reason to speak on it. Then if you ain't got nothing, you
So,
ain't in it. You
you know,
can't give
but
an honest. You
we can
can't give
still
an honest.
speak. But I can still answer your question though. I can still answer your questions and stuff because I speak to people that are at every meeting. So I do, you know, I do spend. Then I have called a lot of people and I asked them what did they think about this situation that's going on with the school board. A lot of people don't want to talk about it, and a lot of people feel the same way I do.
What's the way you
So
feel, Rich?
I feel I feel that if somebody walked across the room and then everything else trickled from that person walking to that other person, then
But Rich,
and
why
then
Rich? How as you study? Why are you steady bringing back the person? Talk about the other.
Because you just asked me.
I did
You
not
just
ask
asked
you
me
that. Rich, we was just talking about. I said about the schools, like what's up, like how, like what I asked you about who for the building and who not. I mean, what's the problem?
Okay,
That's what I asked you.
okay. You got the president of the board, and I guess I don't know who else is with her, far as wanting to accept the Mott Foundation money. But apparently, you have the majority of the board that do not want to accept the money to build these schools. You got to remember, just like the city council is a vote, the highest vote count win. I don't know what the vote count is, as far as the ones that voted with the president to accept money, or the ones that voted against the president not to accept the money. I don't know what the count is, but I know one thing: it was more on the side not to accept the money than to accept the money, because, and from what I've heard, they are in negotiation. Because I've been calling people, because I'll be like, I understand that they don't want to accept the money because of what can happen in the future and stuff. I understand that. I said, but is there some kind of way that they can create new schools without those situations occurring in the future? So hopefully that's what they're trying to, and even if they just change the language in this contract, which is going to lead to these people feeling, I mean, I hadn't heard people that said that they talk to teachers that's against getting new schools built. And Lord knows if the teachers don't feel that they need new school buildings, who don't know that they need new school buildings, who do?
Oh,
And they know, and they saying, but I'm just, this is all info. Like I said before, I am not into the school. I don't go to the
day,
What else? What else, Miss Sweet Tea?
He on one today. I can tell you, he on one today. So be prepared.
Oh, wait, what we on?
I am not
the motherfucking Maury Povich show.
I'm ready to switch over. I'm ready to switch over to the city council in a couple minutes.
No.
Right now? What you fussing about right now?
Don't you worry.
But right now we on the school board.
Jerry Springer.
right now we on the school board.
This brother.
I'm agreeing with Mick. I'm agreeing with Mick, and he's still checking. He like I agree with him too late or something.
No, I'm telling you the truth. I'm trying
yeah.
Shatara dropped off. She said she won't be part of the fuckery, as Dewan would say. You got the real fuckery on today. If I knew you was gonna come back like this, damn.
I ain't know how. Hey, look, Mick. Hey, Mick. I ain't know how it's gonna come today. I just that.
No, I thought you was.
It's just so much stuff going through my mind, and here she come. But yeah, it's just so much stuff that been going through my mind and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know what's going through it, but I'm telling you.
And then maybe, and also maybe because the last 3 phone calls I had was about the school board, so maybe that had something to do with it too. Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, he done fucked it up.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this.
Allegedly what?
I'm saying allegedly.
Allegedly.
If a person got up, if a person got up from one side of the room and walked over to the other side of the room, and the physical altercation started, that person that walked over to the other side of the room was involved in, as in doing damage.
Rich
yes, ma'am.
Were you there?
That's what I. And that was stated too.
Were you there?
That was stated too. I'm
asking you a question. Were you there?
Oh, hell no, I wasn't there. That was stated very clearly. Okay. I was nowhere near there.
Okay, well then you can't speak on that.
That's what I've been trying to tell, brother.
You need to shut up, because you the one there. You can't speak on that. So don't make no
Okay.
allegations, no hearsay, nothing like that. Keep your show clean. You can't speak on that. If you wasn't there and you wasn't seeing it for yourself, you can't talk about that. Because I said that clearly last night, and I did not talk about it because I didn't see it. So I can't talk on that. I can't speak on that. And I think you should do the same thing because your big sis. I think a lot of people speaking on it without knowing anything about it, and they're doing themselves a disservice. And I don't want to see you do that. So I think you should.
Oh no, I ain't gonna do myself no disservice.
Well, you
Cause
are
I ain't
though.
accusing nobody of anything.
No. But you passing around rumors, and I think you should not do that. So
let's go to the city council.
I think you should move on to the next topic. Yep, let's do that.
Thank you.
Let's go to the city council.
You there? You there?
All right. Boom. City council. What's up with city council?
How y'all feel about now? Do y'all want to talk the city? You want to talk about the city council meeting or them garbage hearings?
We can talk about everything if you want to. And y'all forgive me for picking in my teeth, but I just ate and I can't. So go for it. I'm in here.
Your stomach hurting. Go ahead, Rich.
My stomach not hurting.
I didn't catch the ending of the hearing.
Yes, you did.
Is there another one scheduled? Is there another one scheduled? No, because I didn't know did they have another one scheduled or anything like that. Is there another one scheduled? That's it.
Tomorrow.
Is a hearing tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay. Is Neely going to be back on tomorrow?
I don't know. I can't tell you on that one.
I don't know, but I've just seen him at Sam's.
He speak to you?
Hey, yo, let me tell y'all. I'm in Sam's. I look kind of whatever. I go and I see him. You know, he hard to miss. So I see him, whatever, and I'm going down there. So I see him. He look at me and he looks so. Y'all, I let him make it. I was like, hey. I said, hey, Mr. Neely, how you doing? He's like, at first he was like that. He was like, hey, how you doing? When he saw one of them nothing else, I'm like, I'm cool. And then I went on the rock and I see his wife. I talked to her for a second. But I let him make it. He looked so nervous. He didn't know whether shit would go blind. So I just let him go.
Did he know you who you was?
The hell yeah, he knew. I think he was looking for Darius behind me. I wanted to tell you, hey, me and Darius don't go together, so it's okay if you see me without him.
Damn, yeah, because you and Darius bum rushed his ass down there at the Juneteenth thing.
Yeah, so I think
Man, Bonnie and Clyde.
I don't know. I'm not really sure if that's Brenda, I think it's just the council meeting as well. You're right.
Oh, it's just the council. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just well, then that's good to go into that segment, Rich, because how do you feel about hey, guess who liked the page today? I meant to tell you that, Shatara.
I already know.
Quincy Murphy. So that's what I want to bring up. Hot damn it.
Let's talk about it, because listen, I know he's watching now. So Quincy Murphy, hey, can you come on my show or Rich show? Or come on both? Just come on. Let's talk about it, Quincy.
How did you feel about Quincy cutting up, Rich? Because that's your third ward councilman. How did you feel what he did?
That's the representation for you.
Man, he even threw me for one on that one, because y'all know from Gum Street I told y'all it was coming. I told y'all it was coming.
What time is the council meeting?
I'm gonna show him down there tomorrow.
What time do they start?
I don't know. I'm gonna show him.
Man,
I don't know. I'm gonna get down there though. They're gonna show it. I gotta go on Facebook and find. I'm gonna go down there since the kids on spring break. I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna go down there.
Hey, Brenda Boy, do you know what time the council meeting starts? If you know, can somebody throw it in the chat? So I want to try to make it down there. So
what you feel about your council person, Rich? You ain't saying nothing. Oh, 5
man,
o'clock.
hey, listen, hey, Mick, you think people was calling and talking to me about that school board? So, my God, they really make
that because someone told him you was talking about it. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Man, they got reporters, man. I mean, I be getting checked by too. I
No,
be getting, hey,
but how did you feel,
you,
Rich? How did you
you,
feel?
man.
How
I
did you feel?
feel, man, like I
Thank you,
said,
Rich.
I knew it was coming, but that I didn't expect that. I really didn't expect him to do nothing like that right there. That that put my expectedness at an all time low.
That put
Cause
your
I
what?
did not expect him to do that at all.
Do you feel
That
he
put
should
your
be
what,
suspended?
Rich?
That was dog. I want to write a movie up. I want to write a movie up about that. I mean, like that was. Oh my God, that was horrible, Quincy. That was Quincy. I don't care what you say, call me whatever, bro. That was Quincy. Quit it. Just quit it. Just look at Quincy. Don't look at this and get mad at me. Go look at that last city council meeting. Look at yourself. Quit it. Quit it, Quincy. Quit it.
I was gonna tell y'all, but I'm gonna tell y'all off
Let me
camera.
say, Rich.
Go ahead.
Rich.
No, go ahead, Chicago.
Rich.
That's
It was really shameful.
that's
So I was like,
man. For
if that was my councilman, I would be so upset if that was the way I was being represented. So I don't know. For me, sometimes I feel like that about a few of them or whatever. But that one was really distasteful. So I don't know. I think we gotta do better as people.
Man, maybe it's a blessing for Quincy that I did run and I did lose. Because if I didn't run and I did lose, I'll be really talking about it because that's terrible. That's I can't. I think he needs to be suspended. I think he needs to be censored.
They need to suspend him for 30 days.
Yeah.
Absolutely do. 30 days. For real. They really do.
They gotta calm this young man down. They gotta calm this young man down.
Yep, him and Eva both. Eva Worthing needs to be suspended.
But here's the question:
for her deplorable.
How many votes do it take to censor him?
Ain't it 5 or 6? Ain't it 5 or 6?
If it's 6, he's not going to get censored.
Well, I'll tell you this.
If it's 6,
if they don't, I don't want to hear them saying shit about Eric. I swear to God, I don't want to hear nothing else.
You better say it slow. They better not say nothing about him.
I don't want to hear shit else about Eric. And
absolutely.
2, remember he blew up on Tanya. That's what people better realize when they say that about women. He attacked Tanya. That's how I felt. Yep. I wanted that Tanya feel threatened because that's what we needed to know. From him having an outburst like that on a woman.
We gonna talk to Tanya about that.
I wanted to feel threatened.
Councilwoman Tanya Burns. I'm sorry.
Right. Sorry about that. Councilwoman Tanya Burns. I wanted that she feel threatened when Quincy did that.
I wouldn't feel the way.
I just want to know.
I'd have felt very disrespected. I ain't gonna lie.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like he should be. They got to get him under control now because if they don't get Quincy under control, this is another 4 years of madness that he on.
Yep, this is gonna be the narrative for 4 more years.
It's gonna get worse.
Yeah,
it's gonna get worse. Cause he's doing the best he can to control himself. You hear him talking how he's trying to do better, and then 5 minutes later he act like Noah and say kill them all. Noah came down from the thing. Thou shalt now kill. In his first command was kill everything.
Well, Brenda
don't leave nothing alive.
Brenda said it's 5 votes. Where's 5 votes? I just want to see what they're gonna do.
It's still a toss up. It's still a toss up.
I want to see it because I do want to see it. I do don't want to see them mention that tomorrow about Quincy doing all that cutting up, showing his ass. Because the thing is, now that's what needs to be said. He showed his ass out. Don't you know that's going around the world? I mean, going around people in the news showing. Oh, you know what? They didn't put that in the news. They kind of hid that, didn't they?
Did they?
I ain't seen
Didn't they keep that on the wraps?
I haven't seen it.
If it
Ain't that
was
something
air,
that they pick and choose? See, that further let you know that
Why
somebody
you
is
think? Why you think you
controlling how
don't see
that
me in the
stuff go
news?
on. Dang, y'all can't talk. That let you further know who controlling that. Because if it had been Eric, his show would have been all over everywhere. Slim B would have covered it. Him Live would have covered it. Channel 12 would have covered it. 25 would have covered it. He would have been all over the place for sure. But
That's how.
but again, we allow it. We allow them to do that. Got to do better.
Yeah, we got to do way better. So where are we at with this grocery store stuff? How are we with that?
I don't know. It look a food down there. I just passed it.
you just passed it.
Yeah, it looked the same as it's
No,
been for the last 2 weeks. I thought they got the money. I thought Kilby them gave them the money.
I thought I just read something. I just read something from email. It's an old email too. That Kildy was bragging about some kind of initiative that he had, and that was part of the initiative that he gave him the money.
Mm.
Oh, well, that's what's up there. Where they don't need it from city council.
Yeah, but you know, look, if the city still, I mean, I understand both sides of that, and if the city still wanna, like, I think Eric still wrote a proposal up to give them some money. If the city still want to give them some money, if Eric get the 5 votes for that, I ain't gonna bitch about it. I mean, because I'm looking at the big picture. I'm looking at the city of Flint. I'm looking at the 250 investors. Now, somebody also brought a question up to me that's against the grocery store, talking about what about the money that the investors put up. I'm leaving it in God's hands. I want to do my part, and I'm praying that everything work out right to the best. But I do want to make the statement that is not Mr. Flynn's grocery store. That's a lot of people's grocery store, and I think it can run and operate just as well as him being in Flint or with the other functions of this situation being here operating it. But far as whatever legal language or all that wrote up, once again, I can't speak on it because I don't know. But at the end result, I feel that it's a great thing and it's needed in the city of Flint, and we should welcome it with open arms. I mean, hell, we gave that damn hotel a 50-year tax abatement.
Did we do that or they did that? Because we sound real French to me right now.
Man, they did it with a 9-0, with a 9-0. They did that. But they represent us because they did it. Our city did it. Our city council voted for that.
Yeah, they did that bullshit. We didn't do that. They did that bullshit.
All the money that they've been giving to the capital projects, all the money that they gave to the library project, all the money that they gave to the museum project, they can go and get that. They can go and get that grocery store some money too. They're not bringing up. They're not bringing up who's behind what deals or what pat on the back or pocket line or however whatever y'all call it. Who benefiting in that area? I mean, they always scrutinize what us black folks do. We try to get appointed to certain positions. They scrutinize us. They come for the same positions. They will welcome them with open arms. Every time we come up, it's question marks. The city of Flint needs that grocery store, and that's at the end of the day. That's all I'm looking at.
Well,
I'm looking at the bottom line. The bottom line is the city of Flint needs that grocery store.
Well, here's the thing for me. I think that the bottom line isn't what we should be looking at. I think we should be looking at the thing as a whole, right? And so for me, what came out for me in that is that if the vote goes through, that they get it, that the what's the board, Mick, that look at it? What are they,
The compliance form.
the compliance? Yeah, that they look at it and they see all these things, right? Because for me, I still got questions about where that money has already gone. All of that money, 7.4 million. Let us not forget about that, right? Plus, you needed $600,000. So as long as the compliance board is going to be fair and really go through with the fine tooth comb like they're supposed to, hold on, y'all. In order to know where that money is going and how it's being spent for real, then I'm okay with that. Because
We can't hear you. Earbuds.
She went out.
No, she getting out.
She went out.
Her earbuds for the
Okay.
kid. No, I get what you're saying though, Rich.
Yeah.
Like they should give blacks a chance. You
No,
know,
and remember when I said about the backdoor deals and all that stuff that
I'm with you
Shatara
with
just
that.
brought up. Now I
Yeah.
feel maybe they want to get an investigation start out to see about all that. I don't got nothing against all that, but just what I'm looking at, that we need that grocery store, and if they have done some infractions or whatever, and it at the end of the day, it is what it is, as far as repercussions. But far as right now,
No, I
we
don't
need
think
that
she
grocery
said.
store.
No, she didn't say no backdoor deal. She just what she said was when they came down.
It got to be misappropriate. It some kind of way. It got to be misappropriate funds.
When they go, she's saying when they go to the compliance firm, when they do the checklist, saying how, like, basically when you do a business, they want to know what your wins and losses go. I mean, what your earnings and your negatives gonna be. They just want to see, like, your projection.
No, but with those Harper funds, are they trying to get some of the Harper funds for this?
Yeah, they was.
No, that if they're trying to get some of the Harper funds, they got to qualify just because of the pandemic stuff. And I'm quite sure that, like I said, Mick, I done read that stuff. They can find a way.
Listen, Briss, it will qualify.
They can find a way to get to write it up and give them that money. They can do it.
Yeah, but you
it is nothing possible when it comes to that money.
No, I ain't said, Rich. Yeah, no, I ain't saying it ain't. I'm saying they can get the money. What I'm saying is, just hear me out. What I'm saying, what I'm saying is they can get the money, but because Eric already, when I was at the last Hyper Fund meeting, he told him that the grocery store will fall up under that, being able to get some of the Hyper Fund money. That's not the problem. You know what I'm saying? I get it. I think the problem is, you know what I'm saying? I think the problem is, once again, it's the person who doing it. I think what the problem is, like Eric was trying to say, take Flynn out of the equation. Do the North Side, do the First Ward need that grocery store? Yes, it does. I just think because who it is and Flynn not being honest through the whole process, like, look, I'm leaving. I'm not going to be here. That's what I think what it really is, because people saying he moving. This like any business. If I go to Texas and create a business or something, just say I go to Texas, I open a business. I create a business. I fund to open something up to start a business. If I do get something for starting a business, just say I get a going away package because I got this going. I started something. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? Some people stay to it finish, some don't. I'm just saying they shouldn't look at it because of Flynn. Okay, he got it up and going. Like you said, he made it a co-op. He got everybody who want to be a part of it to do it. Now maybe he could have stayed here to want to finish the project, but if he don't, he got it started. You know what I'm saying? Don't want to tear that down. That was my thing from Eva. And from, you know what I'm saying, from Allie Hokenroder and Judy Priestley. That was my thing with them. Okay, well, Eva was steady. Well, it wasn't number Councilwoman Councilwoman Eva Worthy, who was pressing it, saying she wanted to see the books. Ain't nothing wrong with that. When you're doing business, you're going to get some money, you're supposed to show the books. Because people, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it was, you can go ahead and, I mean, there shouldn't be no problem showing it. I understand what Eric said. They wouldn't scrutinize the other businesses coming up there. I'm just saying Flynn could have sold it better where people wouldn't be mad. Like what we were saying earlier months ago when we said about Pastor Miller and Flynn. It's going to some who like them, some who not going to like them. It depends on who you asking. Right now, people don't want to see that grocery store going because they're already saying they got 7. What happened to the 7.4? You know what I'm saying? I get it, but it's on both sides. I just feel like he could have sold it better and didn't have all this going on. If you leaving, just because I started something up don't mean I have to stay here and finish it. I'm leaving it in good hands. It's a million ways he could have did it different. But if people would have been like, he got us a grocery store over here. You know what I'm saying? This what Flynn did, even though he wasn't here to finish it, but he was here to get it going. The dirt got broke on it.
So I think the transparency, for me, it's the transparency because right. I would be okay with him saying, hey, listen, I got it going. I got to ride and slide, but I left it in good hands, right? I could be okay with that instead of it looking like it's some shady shit going. Like, us people looking at it like that. And for me, like I said, it is needed. And I'm not saying don't build a grocery store. I'm not saying that at all because it's close to me. I would like to go there and shop and not have to go way on the other side of town to get nothing. You know what I'm saying? But all I'm saying is.
She froze up on us. She'll be right back, Rich.
Nah, she was getting into it too.
Yeah.
Well, Mick, we about to reach the 45-minute part. We supposed to end at 30, but we good. But she's very right, and I understand what she's going into, and it's touchy because it's another damn if you do, damn if you don't.
But
I want to add this.
Come on with it.
Man, but you ain't asked all these people to be transparent when you gave them. Think about how many hotels that went up and went down in the city of Flint.
Rich, I'm with
Think
you.
about Auto World in the city of Flint.
Rich, I'm with
So
you.
all
I
these-
get it. I get it. Like I told you, I'm with you with it. Like you know what I'm saying? I want her to come back when she can, but like I told you, to me it was he could have served this way a lot better with the people when they couldn't have said nothing. Like when you doing something in secrecy.
He could have if things would have worked all right. If we would have been able to come on that show, we would have been able to get that podcast off that week, because that was what I was trying to bring out, the point that the longevity they took, and it ain't like he just did it yesterday and came up with the proposal today. That didn't happen like that, and that we need to know the other important people that's involved, the other important people that we can reach out and touch, because he's not reach out and touchable. Ain't no such thing as a phone call away. I wanna go to your office.
But
Whose office can we go to?
But that's the trick.
All of that needs to be explained.
But that comes with transparency. That's all I was saying.
With the lack of transparency, and we trying to help you, Mr. Flynn, with Pastor Flynn. We're not against you. We're trying to get you on here. And make you a witness. I told you we only want to get him on here to explain to the people that it ain't just him. That the Northwest Food Center is a whole lot of residents of the city of Flint, and he need to broadcast them. Well, Mick, I got to get out of here, man. I'm at 1% too.
Good looking, brother. All right. Well,
all right, but I got juice in my phone. I can get off of this one and jump on the phone if you want me to.
However you want to do it. It don't matter.
Either we can do it, or we can do another live tomorrow or later on tonight. It's up to you.
Brother, it's how you want to do it. Because Shatara here, I'll let her finish her thought till you jump back.
Oh, Shatara here. All right, let her hold it on. I'm finna jump off. jump off this J-pad and jump on the phone. I got you.
All right, go ahead.
See you in a hot second, sis.
Okay, my bad. My
Now
phone
go
was
and
going.
finish your thought.
My phone was going dead. And my I gotta boot my laptop up. But
Yeah, don't finish your thought on that. What you said, the transparency.
what I was saying was, I just feel like when you're doing something like that, and especially when there's people's money that's involved, and a lot of people's money that's involved, I think you need to have transparency about that, because people want to know where their money is at and where their money is going. So we can't forget that some of the people that are invested in this grocery store also voted against him not having that $600,000, probably for some of the same reasons. Like, bro, you got this much money, we should be sufficient. Like, we should be seeing some movement, or we should have known what was going on the back end of why we can't. You know, a lot of people invested a lot of money, and if you're not being transparent about it, then what are we doing? It's their money. They want to see it. They want to see it prosper. They want to see where it's going. And again, if you say, hey, listen, like I said, I got to ride and slide, but I'm going to leave it in good hands. We still in good hands, y'all. Even though I'm not here, you know, I'm seeing it through from a distance, but I got somebody right here that's going to be on it. You know what I'm saying? And he's not saying that. And then when people asking about, okay, well, we had $7.4 million. Where did that money go? What was that allocated to? And then they just like, that's how I feel. And so we got to be honest about that and say, if you can't say where these dollars are going, and if I'm asking you and I done gave you some money to invest in it, and we asking these questions and you can't give me an answer, you got to admit that look a little shady. It really does. I'm just saying.
Yeah, because the only thing I see where they have tore down the building and I guess filled it in. I don't really see nothing else, and bought the land. I don't think that's $7 million.
Down. It's just a bunch of dirt piles on the outside of it, but the building not tore down.
I don't see.
I see they may have done something on the inside because we can't see that, right?
You think it's $7 million though?
$7.4 million, goddamn it! Shit now. Some shit should be moving and shaking. Let me just say that. For $7.4 million, goddamn it, something should be moving and shaking. Listen. Some doors should be up. Some windows should be up. Damn it, I should be seeing a whole lot more movement than what I'm seeing. I'm just gonna keep it a band.
Maybe they need some cameras on the inside showing some of that 7.4. You said 7.4 or 7.14.
Wasn't it 7.4 million?
7.4 if I'm not. I could be wrong, but I thought 7.4.
That's what I thought too.
Long as the word 7 is right, that's enough.
Absolutely. And then you know people were saying, well, it takes a lot to open a grocery store. Yeah, right. But damn it,
they already got the stock on. They got the stock on deck or something.
But Rich, here's the thing though. It's 7.4 million, but you don't have to build the place. It's already there, right? We just modify
remodel, parking lot. I can see them not putting the parking lot up until they done totally, because they might have to bring in some more heavy trucks and stuff. I can see that.
Understood.
I can see that. But we need a tour on the inside of that building.
Somebody need to do something.
We need a tour on it. That way, Mick, that way we can have some factual conversation, as Mick was want to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to have.
But you get my point, Rich. You get where I'm coming from.
Man, I've been getting your point. That's the reason why I tried to stay off of your point and just talk about the bottom line of getting that grocery store together. But then, like I said, if it is something funny going on, you dealing with messy people in the city of Flint, and it's gonna come to light, because that's like you said, people already they're already putting in people that don't know. The people that don't know, remember, that's why I always say you have to text somebody that's lying. Because it's people that only hear the good side of the Northwest. There's a lot of people that don't know about that $7.4 million.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you hear the word, and if you get the right person to deliver that message to them that's about how the city council was deciding, that person can be like, oh, she don't know what she ain't right. She just don't like them, all of that. But if they knew that, hey, that person got a question about $7.4 million that is not physically see. I don't see me personally, I don't see $7.4 million when I look at that building.
No, sir.
I don't see it.
Sir. Not at all. Kathleen King says she doesn't know if anyone is inside the building, but she's been seeing men on top every day. For $7.4 million, Miss Kathleen, I think we should be seeing folks right around the building.
No, I mean, like you say, if the structure was already together.
Yeah.
See, this what it is with me. Like I'm all the way with you saying, Rich, and I'm with you saying, Shatara. I mean, I'm more with you saying, Shatara, Rich. I'm with you, like, because you saying how they give all these other people money. But when they break it down, my biggest problem was he didn't sell. He could have sold it better. Flynn, like you said, Shatara, he should have been more transparency in it.
Yeah.
If you would have just, like you said, hey, I'm getting this together, you could have been, you know what I'm saying? I don't, like you said, we saying 7.4 was paid into a Lord. Like you say, you ride by it. And then how can 600,000
make or break it? I'm with you.
I mean, that's what I'm
saying.
Man,
the way I'm hearing it, and I hope I'm wrong, and I know I'm right. But the way I'm hearing it, that building's supposed to be ready to go, and they need $600,000 to pay that damn driveway, and maybe they need another $600,000 to stock them shelves.
So hold on, wait a minute.
If Shatara say they had $7.4 million.
Rich, do you know how much you just added? You just added 1.2 when you said they need 600,000.
Man, they need a lot of gravel and stuff. Maybe they need a lot of gravel. Maybe they need. It's gonna take a lot to stack them stores. That's the only thing I can think of is that that building is ready to go. $7.4 million. That building got to be ready to go.
$7.4 million.
If they needed $600,000 just to stock the shelves, that's crazy as hell. If they needed $600,000,
I'm just trying to give them an excuse.
No, if they needed $600,000 to pave it, listen here. Don't you know if they got that motherfucker up and running, we wouldn't give a motherfucker about that parking lot being paved. We'd take our ass in there and help them. Shit, you crazy as hell.
Beat up the helper then.
Hey,
beat up the helper.
You think that $600,000 is making or breaking $7.4 million? Rich, you trying it right now, but it ain't working.
Rich must getting some money or something. Rich getting the kickback.
Rich
that's what that is.
Because you crazy as hell
now.
You crazy motherfucker. That's the truth.
You contradicting your actions, man. See one minute you all on me, and then the next minute you all doing exactly what you all on me for, man. You can't do that, man. Then you gonna have people looking into my bank. Hey, but look.
Rich, I wasn't on your side. I was on my side. I wasn't on your side.
I'm talking about me.
Oh, hold on, Rich. You what Kathleen King said, don't you? I'm messing with you. Kathleen King said, don't forget about that popcorn machine.
Hey, Miss Kathleen, listen. So I was talking about the popcorn machine. Was that yesterday, Mick, or the day before yesterday? I was talking about it. And they said it was for a popcorn kitchen. They said it was for a popcorn kitchen.
Was that your Friday show?
Here's the thing. Popcorn kitchen, popcorn machine. $7,800 is a lot of money for some damn popcorn. I'll tell you that right now.
That was Friday, yeah. That was Friday.
That's a lot of money for some popcorn. Yeah. Whether it be a popcorn kitchen or a popcorn machine. And I get it. Listen, I get it because I love popcorn. But I don't need $7,800 to make me none.
No. I don't know what's going on, man. I mean,
we just cracking jokes, but on a
Satara.
more,
I'm just cracking jokes,
yeah.
but for
No,
real,
but
in real life,
no.
it is needed. I really do think it is
No.
needed.
That's why I wanted to have Satara on the show today, because Satara's in Flint, Michigan. Satara has attended the meeting that I want to talk to her about when she went to the Harper Fund meeting. So so that's why I want her on her. I want her on here because the $7.4 million. I want somebody like that to bring it up, because ain't nobody but her that done brought that up to me like that.
Yeah.
I'm just hearing people that talk about how good the place is and how evil the people that on city council that don't want it is. You see what I'm saying?
But again, that what they gotta understand and what they gotta know is some people on city council that has their money invested in it as well. That's saying nah, they don't need that $600,000 because where the fuck is our 7.4? See, that's what they not saying. So yeah, we just gotta be realistic. We gotta be real. I can tell you right now, I ain't got $1 invested in it, but I think it's needed. And I think that for the people that do have money invested in it, because I'm going to keep it a buck. Before my grandmother died, when my grandmother was still at Foster Avenue, my grandmother was invested in that. I don't want to see my granny's money and the way she thought and the way she thought that should happen be in vain.
If anything is wrong in this scenario, I don't know when it's going to come to surface and bite them in the butt, but they will be shook up. Because they're dealing with the man. They're dealing with the wrong set of. They're dealing with a whole bunch of Flintstones. They ain't just taking a chance on one or two. They're dealing with hundreds of us, and there's a strong possibility. All it takes is one of us to have an attitude and start a domino effect. And start people to just like Satara on that 7.4, and it's stuck in here and got me saying, like, whoa, let me help make an excuse. Maybe the inside of the building look beautiful.
But that's the point,
you know.
But that's the point, Rich. But that's the point with people. That's what I'm saying. If he would have been more transparent and went like it was Flynn, like, no, I got a group of people, like when Brother Roberts was down there and that debacle happened. When Eva tried to grill, you know what I'm saying, with the grilling them, and that debacle happened, Eric and Quincy got into it. Okay. Brenda Boyd said, I keep asking
she said, why is he leaving and where is he going? I don't know why he's leaving, but from my understanding, he's going to like one of the Carolinas, because I think that's where he was at before. He was in North Carolina, and I believe that he's going back there. Why? IDK. Not sure, but I know he resigned. He's resigning from Foss Avenue because they are looking for a new pastor. I know a couple people that want to put their names in the hat. However, I don't know the reason, so I can't answer that, unfortunately. Hey, Flynn, Reverend Flynn, I know you probably watch on the back end, you know, watch without watching, you know how some of the rest of them do. Come on and talk to us about. Well, I know you won't come and talk to me, and that's fine. But come talk to Rich about it.
No, we're gonna be real about it. You know, they
say. Man, I don't even know if he gonna come on with me.
I just know he's not gonna come.
No, because now that you put that $7 million in my head. I don't even think, because like real talk, I just wanted him to come on and try to, and like I said, I'm not really trying to concentrate on the money end of the deal. I'm just trying to concentrate on the uplifting of our city. I'm just trying to look at that part. But you to put that 7 point in my head, so now I gotta mix the two. I just can't leave that part out no more. I can't.
Absolutely.
Not with that. Not with that 7 running in my head.
There you go.
So when with that 7 running in my head, that then changed my whole conversation to where.
See.
And I only ask one question, man. What's up with that 7.4 million?
Where did it go?
So it's a no-go. It's a wrap. Now unless he gonna come on and explain about that 7.4.
Ain't that what I think so. I think Pastor Miller went back to North Carolina, didn't he?
Yeah, that's Pastor Miller.
Yeah,
Well,
Pastor Miller.
Pastor Miller went back to North Carolina.
I
Okay,
think
I
Pastor
didn't know, Brenda.
Flynn.
I couldn't answer it. I was waiting on Rich to finish so I could ask him. I do not know, but Rich said yes, he did go back to North Carolina.
Yeah, isn't that where Pastor Miller? Yeah, it was North Carolina. But no, what I was talking about just being real. That's what I'm saying, Pastor Flynn. Because Brenda Boy, if you was watching Council, that's what Eva had brought up. Said Pastor Flynn was leaving. I'm only laughing because it was crazy that's been the rumbling in the streets. I'm only breaking up. I don't know, Brenda. I couldn't. His
wife got. I know his wife got a promotion.
Yeah, his wife.
And I don't know. I don't know if he got another church or not. But I know his wife is the reason why he's leaving to be by his wife's side as she move on.
Yeah, well, we know he was selling all this stuff on Facebook. We seen all that. Now I seen that with my own two eyes. Now y'all can dispute that if you want to, but I seen it with my own two eyes that he was selling all this stuff on Facebook.
But that's the point I was trying to make. Where he could have sold this easier without all this confusion, because this is another one of the distraction where. Is people can distract this, they steady like Flynn. It's Flynn. No, it's 100. Would you say, Rich? It's 250 y'all invested in that.
And it's gonna be more than that.
That's what I'm saying. It's way more people invested in it, but the way it's being pushed. Oh, he got Brenda Boyd, but okay. You're not
Brenda. I seen it with my own two eyes, baby. I can tell you that for truth. That's an actual fact. I seen it with my own two eyes. And y'all know I don't speak on nothing I don't know nothing about, but I seen that with my own two eyes.
But that's the part. She said, "Oh, he got me blocked."
Yeah.
But this was brought up in city council. This ain't like this just came up when they talking about Flynn was leaving. That's why I'm saying, Rich. Remember, we was talking about this months ago. We were saying that it was already rumblings that Pastor Miller was leaving and Pastor Flynn was leaving. And that's when Rich was the first one said, so why is nobody running up asking these questions? Because it is. That's what they brought this stuff up in council and it went haywire.
So when it was brought up in council, they got mad because they was bringing it up, and that's when all the shit hit the fan, right? But like I said, I think nobody was listening because it was Eva that was bringing it up, right? Now, there's a lot of things about Councilwoman Eva Worthing that I don't like, but when she asked those questions, I was with her with that, like flat out. What's up? I was with her with that because like, where the fuck you going, bro? Like, what's up? Why? We don't know why. Kathleen King said, right, he had an estate sale at his house. See, I know. See, I seen it. I'm telling you. That's
why I say he could have sold it if he would have just been, like you said, transparent. If he would have been, Brenda said, Rich, he got me blocked. He blocked me years ago. I was sticking up for him in that situation about the little boy.
Oh, yeah, that is.
No, I ain't no sticking up for that. But look, listen, but don't that make it seem a little even more shady? You just all of a sudden up and selling all your shit out your house.
Everything.
This stuff going on, and you're not saying nothing.
It's just the bad part about it is that everything is happening just like with Pastor Miller. The settlement and everything happens right when you're leaving. The $7.4 million supposed to be well spent, and you get ready to move on. I don't know. I think I'll be quiet if I was him too, because to try to put that $7.4 million in my head, I don't see it. I don't see it.
See?
I don't see it. And I don't.
And everybody attacking me because they feel like I don't want the grocery store. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is $7.4 million. I should see a whole lot more progress.
Qatar, but what about if they could do this? And then I'm praying on God, Lord, if this ain't happening, put these digits in this bank account. What if they got the majority of that $7 million in the bank, and they waiting for the rest of it, so when they start spending, they know that they can finish the project?
Rich, that sound right. That don't sound right. Let me
that sounds too good to be true, don't it?
Let me tell you why that don't sound right, Rich. Because Say I got $600,000 and I can give it to him. I got $600,000 that I'm waiting to invest in something. Why in the fuck am I gonna give you $600,000 when you got 7.4 million that you ain't even already moving on? If you ain't doing nothing with that 7.4, why I'm gonna give you 600 to sit? Why I'm gonna let you sit on my 600,000? At least get it started and let me know you putting the money towards something.
Man, I'm just trying to help. I'm just trying. I ain't doing nothing.
Let me read Brenda Boyd's question for y'all. This was Brenda Boyd said. She said, "See, that's why I'm asking why they leaving all of a sudden. Y'all know something. I don't. So, Rich, you didn't know he had 7 million." And Kathleen King
Man,
said,
if I knew about this $7 million, he probably would have never been coming on the show at all. Because I would have been. I'm more question Mary about that $7 million than Satari is now. But I still want the grocery store. But I want to find out what happened to that money.
Absolutely.
But I want to find out what happened to that money.
I'm not saying I don't want the grocery store because I do. But damn it, something got to shake. $7.4 million. Come on now.
No, that's messed up.
Something should be shaking by now. And like I said, like you tried to say, maybe it's for the parking lot. Now, damn well we'll pull up in there on them dirt roads to get our groceries if that damn store was open. We wouldn't give a damn about that.
And do you think a parking lot
in my granddaddy's wading boots that he did fly fishing in, if that's the case, to keep my stuff from getting muddy if I was gonna go in there. We don't care about that.
Well, answer this question, Shatara.
And then we could have probably raised the money to get it. But again, ain't no transparency.
So answer Brenda Boyd being funny. She said, "So when y'all going to meet him outside his door for breakfast?"
Shit, I go in the morning if y'all tell me that's where he at. I don't mind pulling up. Hey, I pull up. Hey, Brenda Boyd, I do pull ups. I pull up.
Hey, but y'all know what? I think we can ask other people about that $7.4 million because you got to think about it. Pastor Flynn.
Go ahead, they get testy about it, Rich. They don't like it.
You got to think about it. Pastor Flynn don't even broadcast about joining the North Food. So we should be able to go and talk to these people that telling us to join. Because y'all gotta remember, when last time y'all heard Pastor Flynn tell somebody about the North Bay Food Center?
Man, I only started paying attention to it when that fiasco at City Council popped off. Is when
he wasn't there.
Brenda Boyd says 7 million. That's a definite pull up, especially if he leaving and you know it. That's right. That's right, Miss Brenda. It is definitely a pull up.
If he pulling up, if he pulling up and pulling out with $7 million, and somebody got us a ha hooing and know he pulling up, come on, man. I don't want to believe that. Nick.
Rich, you gotta believe it. It's Rich. Now, Rich. Man, Rich, here's the thing. Rich, you know me. Richie Dallas, you know me, and you know I'm not gonna ever speak on nothing I don't know nothing about. That one is what I do. Now you know I ain't gonna talk about it if I ain't seeing it for myself. Hey,
man,
this ain't got nothing to do with me. This ain't got nothing to do with me.
I got you 100. I got you 100. I got you 1,000%. I'm just praying that it's light at the end of this tunnel, because this tunnel has been blown wide open.
I'm sorry. I had to be the one to bust your bubble, Rich.
I'm serious, man. It's like real talk. Like I had to ask them. I had to ask anybody that. I gotta go back. I ain't gonna say no more names.
No, hold on, Rich. Hold on.
I gotta make some phone calls today. Because I gotta ask, what about the $7.4 million? As a matter of fact, I'm gonna pull them on the show and Rich, ask them this.
Rich, hold up. No, Brenda, let me get this right for Brenda to get this wrong. ain't nobody saying he stole no 7 million, saying he left. What they saying is he they got 7 million. That 7.4 should have been enough to do the grocery store. That's what they talking about.
Oh, Brenda Boy 7 million and y'all not jumping. I'm jumping about 700. Heck yeah, I'm jumping.
Yeah, no, Brenda, I ain't got nothing in there.
And see what we all gotta understand is
ain't nobody saying he took nothing.
It's more than him that's incorporated in this. He's like the Jay-Z of the grocery store, just like Jay-Z is the face of Def Jam, but it's people behind the scenes that's just as important or more important than Jay-Z. There's a lot of moving pieces in this grocery store that we don't know about, and that's what I wanted him to come on the show and talk about. And now I want him to talk about those moving pieces as well. Let's check
the difference between him and Jay-Z. You do hear Jay-Z speak about things. We ain't hearing Flynn say shit.
No, I was just saying, as far as when you say North Bank, you associate Flynn. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's the relation I'm doing with that.
But I'm just saying.
Far as personality is totally different.
He owe the people that has invested in that an explanation. He owes them that. They got money in there too. They don't want to see their money wasted and just gone to shit. He owed them an explanation. And I keep saying he owed them an explanation. He don't owe me shit. I ain't got no money.
He owed us a going away conversation.
To be honest with you, Brenda Boy, is Mayor Sheldon Neely or the My Foundation, anyone involved. You never know. To be honest
well, now we know Kilby and Internet is, because they the one that gave him the $600,000.
And I think if he raised $7.4 million, and then they're gonna throw their name on it with 600, I think they should give 7.4 million too. Cause they jumping in there taking more credit than these people that have scrapped up $250 to pay.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see none of us. Hey, I paid $25 to join. You don't see us for an hour, and he gonna get all in the news. No, put 7.4 up too, like we did.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he can throw $1 million in off his pocket. He don't gotta write a grant. He can write a check.
Yeah, you're right.
But y'all both right. But I'm saying that's what with Brenda, we can't. Now the lawsuit.
What lawsuit are you talking about, Brenda?
Gotta be the water. But I'm saying,
man, that's because we.
But Rich, hold up before I lose this. That right now, what you saying with them getting that money from that? That's what I'm saying. Now take Flynn out of it. If Flynn would have been more transparent, they probably could have got that $600,000 with no problem.
Yeah.
With him doing all this secrecy shit, I mean, because I don't know, but I'm saying that's what, to me, it came down in council. And then if you didn't have all of, listen, we black. We already know when we come, we got to have all our I's dotted and our T's crossed.
You're right.
I feel like they should have came down there with their stuff. Flynn should have been there representing, not the person that he had doing it. Flynn should have been there. Shouldn't have been my man called on the phone. You know what I'm saying? That's
called on the phone.
That's how Flynn was talking.
Who was holding the phone up to the microphone?
The guy was down there for Flynn. The one who was gonna be, I guess.
Was Pastor Theo Carroll down there that day?
Not that I know. He wasn't the one at the podium. They had the one guy at the podium. I can't think of his name.
Yeah, I was gonna say if he was there, I didn't see him.
No, Flynn wasn't there. My man called.
No. He said Pastor Thrill Kill.
No, I didn't see. I don't know if Thrill Kill was there, but they did say it was Brother Roberts one said it was 100 people there. But that's what I'm saying. On that aspect, Flynn should have been there, and you should have been the one answer the questions, not being on the phone. He knew they was gonna have to go down she said yes in the audience. That's why I'm saying that Flynn should have been there. Not, you know what I'm saying? He the one, like you said, he the face of it. Like you said, Jay-Z the face of Rock Nation. If you the face of this, you should have been there. Oh, like when just say you the face of this project. You the face of this project. Flynn should have been there. And you know what I'm saying? You could have sold it. That's my only thing.
Yeah, it sounds like he sent an artist up that didn't have a hit record. Don't nobody even know who it was.
Right.
Sounds like he sent an artist up there that didn't have a hit record.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying, Richie. He should have did it, not when you handing it off to somebody. See, with him handing that off, that made it look worse.
A lot of question marks.
Yeah, it just and he might. And to be honest with you, Flynn could be on the up and up, but the way it's being handled
and the way it's being presented
is what is so fucked up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Y'all gotta remember perception. He don't. It did. You know what I'm saying. It's a lot of people like you said before. There's some people who like Flint. There's some people who don't. And right now, in the age of technology and with social media, people can get theirs out there. I just feel like him being from Flint, he should have sold that better and sold y'all as y'all. Man, because that's them. But I'm saying he should have sold the people who got in it like this is not me. Because when they associated the North Food Bank, they're associated with Flynn. It should have been associated with the majority, with the people.
It should have been just associated with the north side of Flint.
He should have been able to.
And he could have
see that. You know, see that what happened when you be like Camera Boy, somebody that always want to be in the picture, always want to be. Always want to be you a part of a group, but you want to look like a solo act. That's what happens when you do stuff like that. Now when stuff hit the fan, they like you the man, and you ain't got no backup group to lean on because they thought you were playing the instrumental. They ain't know you had a live band. This guy got $1 million. He got a lot of people in the city of Flint that is member of this organization, and we're just questioning a whole $600,000 off of one person.
You better talk your shit, Rich Jones. You listen. If you ain't never said nothing, you just said something right then. Because you're right about that. When you want to play Camera Boy and you want to be ahead of something and it's bigger than you always gonna be the face of it. So you might as well you better get ready to take all the scrutiny. You goddamn right. You sure right. You were right about that. If you ain't never been right about nothing else, you right about that. And everybody that does that can take heed of that. Cause at the end of the day, Rich Jones can't take nothing but from Rich Jones, right? You ain't trying to be the face of everything else. So when it happened like that, they can't come to you. But if you want to be the face of that when shit hit the fan, then that's who they coming to.
Man up. You got to man up.
You got to man up. I'm just saying, because if you could have sold it better, sold it as the people, you know what I'm saying? I ain't going to say you going to win. You wasn't going to win. But when you got some of your own people vote against it, you got to look at that. The people, you know, some council people who voted against it, who got money tied up into that.
Yeah.
That, you know what I'm saying? People will look at that. That's all I'm saying. When you got some of your own vote against it, you know, shit started to look a little spooky.
Absolutely. You're right. You're right. You're right when you're right.
Can I ask y'all this question? Did Quincy vote for it or against it?
You know, I don't know. I know one person that told me that they didn't, and that was Councilwoman Liddell Lewis. And I know that she's invested in it.
Did she have a good reason this time?
She felt like I felt.
No, she said, Brenda Boyd said, no, they didn't. They abstained. They didn't vote, I thought.
Oh, okay. That's just like voting no.
Yeah, same thing.
That's more than voting more like voting no than yes. Because they need yes to pass.
No. To me, that's a hell no. But like you said, that's more that's the no. That's more of a no than it is a yes. So, but I feel like if you be like, hey, listen, I ain't well, that's a hell no. Cause you just don't want to see nobody say no. Shit, just say no. Cause it's no.
Yeah.
Well, they got a legitimate excuse because they
She did,
invested
and
in.
she did, Brenda, and she voted no. She voted no against it, and she's invested in it.
How did Jerry Winfrey Carter vote?
I'm not sure.
I know it didn't get enough votes.
She might have been another thing. She might have been a cousin because of the state is just like the month.
Yeah.
And they probably had like two. They probably had like 3 or 4.
I know that Dennis Pfeiffer voted no.
Pfeiffer
and he voted no. He felt the same. We felt the same exact way. He voted no because of that, and he said he did the research on it, and he looked to see how much it cost to build a grocery store, and that $600,000 wasn't making a break of nothing. And then I know that Councilwoman Lewis voted and said, So I know them. So I don't know who else voted no, but I know those two. They did not. They voted no. So I can't. I don't know.
Eva probably voted no. So yeah, they didn't get. They didn't have to vote
because she had the questions too. So I can probably I would bet money that she probably did say no. But she brought up the questions, the same questions that I had. Because remember, I told you I ain't been with her with a lot of stuff, but I was with her with that.
It sounded like maybe Quincy and Eric was the only two that might have agreed to that.
Maybe.
Or Eric might have been on
Eric and Jerry Winfrey Carter.
I think Jerry Winfrey Carter might have stayed in that one too. Because she's
that's still a no, like you said. That's still a no. That's a hell no to me.
Still a no.
Yeah.
A legitimate excuse for a no.
That's why I keep going back to y'all. If he could have sold it as the people for the first ward, for the north side is a food desert. They needed this. And not it was Flynn because you had people. Look, we got to be honest. Sometimes I'll use myself. I know some people who like me, and I know some people who don't.
Yeah.
But I ain't did enough fucked up shit where if I did try to get something passed through, I believe it'll get passed through.
She said Jerry Winfrey Carter abstained.
See on the side. No. See on the upside.
I agree with that.
On the upside with Flynn, you know what I'm saying? Right now, pastors are look, man. We got to be honest. It's a lot of pastors right now, man. It's not they not looking good in the city of Flynn. So it was gonna be hard for Flynn to sell that. You know what I'm saying? With him in front of it, Flynn couldn't sell it. Like I bet yet I use me. If I know I can't get it out, it should have been somebody else up in the front. That's what I felt like it should have been. Flynn, you know, right now he ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like you said with Patrick, you know, it's just some people for him, some against him. And right now it's more against him that's for him. So he should have let somebody else sell, you know, to push that through. Oh, go back to like what we said. With him having people not really gonna look at him with a side eye anyway. First he a pastor, and then people who don't like him. If they was looking at what you a side eye, don't you think you should have been so transparent with this open since it was a co-op anyway?
But let's be real about some of the reasons why they don't like him, because people still harboring that incident with that kid against him, right?
Yeah.
He didn't really speak on that for real and like really come out with that, like some shit happened on the back end with that too. Let's be real about that. So we gotta understand the reasons and why people don't like him. And the reasons why people are not standing behind him, because he already looked like a fucking slime ball.
Got a point.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, I am one of the people that feel like he is slime ball. I'm on the Flynn as a slime ball side. He want to come talk to me about it? My door is always open. But I'm not saying nothing behind his back that I won't say to his face. And I would tell him that I feel like you're a slime ball. But I'm gonna tell you one thing I will tell him in his face. I ain't got to tell y'all, but I'll tell him why I think he a slime ball. And when I tell him my number one reason why he a slime ball, he gonna know damn well he a slime ball. And if I told y'all the reason why I feel like he a slime ball, y'all say goddamn right he a slime ball.
Well, you see what Brenda just wrote, didn't you?
She said, I know one that I think him and his wife shady as hell since the pandemic. I mean, shady, too crooked shady. Lord, forgive me if I'm wrong, but Lord, you know. No, I don't feel like you're wrong. But I'm going to tell you, Rich Jones, we can talk off camera and I'll tell you exactly why I think he is slime ball. And until I had that conversation with him, I won't tell everybody else. But after I have that conversation with him, why he is slime ball? Because like I said, I'm not gonna say nothing behind his back that I won't say to his face. But I will exactly tell him why he is slime ball.
Oh yeah, that's why I tell people that like to call my phone and have me on conference call thinking I don't know. I ain't gonna say nothing now to you that I ain't gonna say repeat again. So don't bring up no subject if you're not expecting to hear what I'm about to say. So don't play with me. I'll tell you something in confidence, but if it get out in person, it get out. I'm only telling you in confidence just most of the time is so to keep the heat off of them. But it don't, but I understand all about that. But while we talking about pastor, it's something that been irking me about these city council meetings. Cause I keep hearing Eric May, Councilman President Eric Mays, always reference to Pastor Gilbert, who's on the Ethics and Board of Committee, Ethics and Accountability Board.
Wait,
how is all that? How is all of this? Eric Mays often refers to
Pastor Gilbert.
Pastor Gilbert. And Pastor Gilbert is on the Ethics and Accountability Board, right?
Oh, okay.
So how is Pastor Gilbert witnessing all this unethical stuff and this non-accountable administration, and all he doing is giving the knowledge that he's sitting in the audience? There has been no. I don't know. I'm just trying to see what's the situation on them being at these meetings and everybody carrying on as if they just another person. And apparently they are just another person because they're carrying on right in front of them and there's no action being taken.
Well, answer this question then, Rich. How come Eva hasn't been in Eva Worthy? Now, we know city council is a part-time city job, right?
Yeah.
How can she not be missing work like that in this part-time? Why she haven't went to the Ethics and Accountability Board for that, for her attendance?
She should. She should be suspended for 30 days for her deplorable attendance.
Do she teach midnight classes or something?
Man, she's an elementary school teacher, Rich.
Hey, even if she did, let me say this.
She's an elementary school teacher. She has no excuse to miss council meeting. None.
Let me say this, Rich. If her reasoning is because she teach midnight classes, I call bullshit on that, because Quincy Murphy worked third shift. Now, if Quincy Murphy worked third shift and he can be there, then damn it, so can she.
The way Quincy acting, I wish he worked 24/7 shift. I wish he switched with all he.
All I'm saying is she can't use that as an excuse. And Quincy Murphy shows up.
No, now, we saying attendance, Rich.
He show up to clown or he show up to be all right.
I know.
He show up.
I feel that the job is too much for her because she can't attend a council meeting.
And allegedly she don't even be knowing what be going on when she be coming there.
Right. Right.
But that's why I'm going back to these rules, Rich. They need to set these like her attendance and that, like, don't get me wrong. I ain't trying to knock Quincy. I'm just saying be fair around the board. I'm gonna call out Liddell Lewis, Councilwoman Liddell Lewis, Councilwoman Judy Priestley, Councilwoman Ali Hokenroder, Councilwoman Eva Worthy. But I know she ain't gonna do it because she was about to damn near throw a she was about to throw a hissy fit, go to crying when she thought she was gonna be censored when they was gonna censor Eric. But now they were saying Eric would, I'm just saying, let's call it real because everybody had something to say when Eric was having an outburst. I want to see what them other council people gonna say because Dennis Pfeiffer already got on Quincy. I didn't see him, Jerry Renfrey Carter. I didn't see her saying something. I want to see even with Councilwoman Tanya Burns, but I want to see.
I want to see Liddell Lewis. I want to see Liddell Lewis take a stand.
Nah,
it's time to be a real friend. Liddell Lewis, if you're watching this, it's time to be a real friend to my councilman Quincy Murphy because he needs some help.
Somebody need to be calling him out on his shit.
That act that he put on at that thing was purely an act. It was see-through. It was embarrassing, and it needs to stop. And you are his friend. So a friend, Mick, ain't you my friend?
Yeah,
Don't you check me every chance? Don't you check me every chance you get, Mick?
If you wrong.
Don't you create a situation to check me in, walk me into a trap, and then talk me out of it?
Yeah,
that's what real friends do.
Yeah,
that's what real friends do. Do we still call each other like we never checked each other, never had an argument?
No doubt.
I feel Liddell Lewis and Quincy Liddell be his friend. Tell him to cut it. Just vote. Just vote, Quincy. Just vote. Stop talking. Vote. Vote how you want to vote. Whether I approve of it or not, I don't care. That act gotta stop. Just vote.
I'm with you. I'm totally with you with that.
No, because seriously, go ahead.
But I don't think, I think that Quincy, and listen, Councilman Quincy Murphy. I know you subscribe. You like the page. You subscribe to it, sir. Listen, if it's that tough to where they get that, you got the power to control the narrative of you. So don't let nobody just knock you off your square like that and get you like that. Hey, that's the same thing I said to Councilman Eric Mays. You got to be cool. You can't let them get you to that point. Stay on task. Stay on the subject. Stay where you need to be. Stay right here. If your lane right here, don't veer off over here or veer off over there. Stay right here.
Right.
You got the power to do that. No, nobody else. And it should not make you that type of man where you got to do all that and hollering and carrying on. You just should not. But that's the same thing that I said to Councilman Eric Mays, and y'all can ask him. I didn't say that to him. I'm just saying. But
it was a difference. The Shatar, I'm just being real. Out of all the outbursts that Quincy had, out of all the outbursts that Eric had, that one what I felt was a fake outburst. I felt that he needed 3 more minutes. I felt like if I was making a cartoon, I would show him making an outburst, looking at his watch, making an outburst, looking at, and then all of a sudden he leaving the council meeting, and Eric May said, I still got 3 minutes to drill. You're acting in 3 minutes short. That's how I feel. I'm wrong. I'm hoping that he had a legitimate fit. But that what I think was a little bit theatrical. I think he was trying to stall time. I think he was trying to save somebody. That's how I feel, because it was no reason for him to even join the conversation the way he did. You're not even relevant at that point of the hearing. You're not a witness. Only thing you're supposed to do is have ears. Your questioning was supposed to be geared towards the people sitting down in front of y'all. It wasn't for you to drill the president on how he's bringing out information. Maybe you could have been more of a help, and you could have asked some questions that could have helped him combat some of the questions that Eric was asking that had him all riddled up, saying that is what I wrote in my opening statement. It's what I wrote in my opening statement. It's what I wrote in my opening statement. Quincy, you chose to interfere with that. Find a better way to do it.
He showed his ass. But that's what
Find a better way to do it. That's all I'm saying. Because that right there was more see-through than Mason Lou.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now.
That was more see-through than Mason Lou. I've seen that a mile away.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now.
You better than that.
Don't put me in that situation with y'all, because I'm not gonna show.
It's bad enough you having on purpose fits, but this one right here, are you having? I can't help it. I'm just Quincy Murphy. This is what I do. Fits. You imitate one? Come on, man. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he was just mad at the line of questioning that Eric was doing, but. You gotta pick your spots, Quincy. That wasn't one of your spots. That was a clear definition of what your goal is.
What you say, Mick?
Nah, I just said don't y'all put me in no situation like that. Well, y'all gotta go up there because I ain't gonna show my ass for the public.
Good now, Mick?
Yeah, you good. I'm not gonna show my ass if y'all get up there and want me to show my ass. To help
well,
y'all
man,
out.
Look, I love y'all. I got to get out of here, man, because I've been talking all day about this because y'all know I've been quiet about Quincy ever since the election. So I can talk all day.
Oh, I know you can.
Well, hopefully he's seen it and he corrects himself.
I can't hear you.
I said, hopefully he sees, he's seen that where he was wrong at. He's seen the error of his ways and he corrects that. So that's my hope that he does. And my other hope is that someone close to him pull him and say, hey, bro, you got to reel that in, right? You got to handle that differently. So I'm hoping that that's the case, So I'm hoping to see a better Quincy tomorrow. Yep, I'm hoping to see a better Quincy tomorrow.
We gotta tighten that up.
Okay. All right, well, I'm gonna hit you on the back, Shatara. I'm finna close it out. All right, Rich.
Peace, love, and light, everybody.
Peace.